These are my apologies, things that I regret, things that should have been fixed but I hid away instead. The emotional baggage pulling me to the depths, the only way I can face them is to get them out my head. Let's start from the top, that only seems logical. Go back to the depths, let's make the strip nautical. The first thing I remember, that I truly regret, is seeing the looks in a girl's eye as she saw her lover's death. Brittany, I know we always had our problems, but you had the misfortune of seeing me hit bottom. No matter what you did, no matter how I hurt, you never should have seen your fiancé embrace the dirt. I know talking to you will never fix a thing, but know that when I write this, it's with mourning that I sing. I didn't ever mean for that pain to hit the surface, and what's worse is I still feel that I deserve it. Skip forward a little ways. This may be news to some, but I am cleaning out my mind, so out this shit must come. I don't know how to phrase this gently. That is really due to guilt, incidentally. But as I pick myself up from the shatters of my life, from the shattered remains left by my would-be wife, I found a girl that was never what I expected. There was pain in her, too, I detected. We had an affair, but here's where it begins to get bad. The girl needed me to try and be her dad. She wanted chores, spankings, the works. You can't give me that type of power, I become a real jerk. Laundry in the basket, Smith separated, what the fuck? No, you messed up. On this sock you must suck. What's happening to me? I know I'm not a dom, that's something I cannot be. I had a single mom, no way out. This shit is changing me. She gave me a power and I became deranged, you see. There's my window, easy enough to bail. She miscarried my child, yep, time to set sail. I left this poor girl grieving for her loss, wiped my head in relief, leave her bearing that cross. Lexi, I am sorry, I know that you needed me. I was off being the worst that I can be. Then 2 years of bliss, nothing seemed to miss. Found a girl that loved me, I can work with this. No, wait, why am I sabotaging? I had contentment, but I am so dodging, and I loved you, but I didn't love me. If you love something, then you gotta set it free. But I didn't expect you not to come back. I expected, hey, she knows me, she'll know, she'll cut some slack. But I hoped you would return with the olive branch. Instead, here I lie, under this avalanche of things that I fucked up without ever meaning it. I know there's a silver lining, but I am just not seeing it. I know I tried to juggle and I dropped the ball, but I expected you to be here when I fall. 2 years, that shit just went up in smoke? Sorry, you're right, it was a fucking joke. I thought I could be happy taking shortcuts. Instead, here I am spilling out my guts. I never should have proposed, you got that right. But I wasn't ready, try as I might. I couldn't be with someone when I can't stand myself. Now you are gone and I'm in my own personal hell. I would ask you back, but then you showed your hand. You said those things, threw my mind into quicksand. Sinking, falling, I couldn't recover. You knew what it would do to say that you had a love. You knew how I would fall, but you didn't care. Anything you could say to get me out of your hair. That's fine, I don't blame you, how can I? You hate me because I always play the bad guy. Yes, I fucked up, I think we understand, but I did it for us, so I could return to land, a better me, better for us both, but here we are. Me just dreaming of you from afar. This next bit maybe shouldn't even be here, but it's hurting my heart, so let's make the shit clear. Elizabeth, you were a truly amazing girl. The issue is how long you were in this world. I never intended for feelings to grow, but I am flawed as the shit above shows. I know you like the attention, it's only human, but it truly was a fire I was fuel, and I was the adult I had control. I knew it was wrong, you were only 17 years old, but while I never did anything in person, the words made the situation worsen. I know in a few years you'll forget this ever happened, but my heart is forever blackened. While we are talking about hurts and things that haunt my mind, I just want to throw in a couple lines to my grandma. Every time I drink, there you are, right in my head, my own emotional scar. I wish we had been closer, I wish we didn't fight, and it hurts me worse knowing how often you were right, but I ignored you, let your words fall on deafened ears, and I still miss you even though it's been years. I hope you look down on me from wherever you are and know that I am trying to be your shining star. I love you, Grandma. I hope I make you proud. This is shit I wish I had told you out loud. While we are at honorable mentions, where would I be without the family members that kept my body out of the ground to a place where I can soar? They never doubted me I was destined for more. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Ronnie, for what you do, keeping my head straight and pushing through. I know it's hard sometimes to stay at my back, but I am learning to think before I act. And family is never blood at all. It's those people that are there when you fall. So Brannon, Bresh, this goes out to you for sticking with me when I haven't always followed through. I am sorry for the way some of the things have gone down. You guys stuck with me even when I was a clown. I know I haven't always been the greatest friend, but I hope you know I am here with you till the end. And Dustin, Nick, boys, I have to say I would not be here if you weren't there that day. You guys stepped up when I needed you most, and all four of you have always earned my boasts. Alex, don't think I've forgotten you. You stepped up far more than you had to do. We had a sordid past, it's always been the case, but when I started to tip, you were there to be the brace. I don't know how I could have gotten through this alone, but luckily with a few of you I've found home. To all that family that is left unmentioned, don't be offended, that is never my intention. I am listing what flies from my fingers. If you aren't here but you still linger, know that I love you too for what you have done. These are my mentions. All except one. Shockingly, I saved myself for last. I needed to make sure I fought through that past. I ended my love to work on me. Now let's see what it is that I can see. I find myself pulled to others all the time. That's not fair if someone out there calls me mine. I need to stop being so controlled by whatever my heart happens to behold. I don't remember what happy feels like. For so long I've been on a sympathy strike, spending time finding happiness in others, but secondhand happy coming from another isn't the real thing. It will never do. Cody, you have to find out what happy means to you. I know that right now the world seems to be crashing down, but you have to find a way to combat that frown. Stop hiding behind the mask that the world sees. Find out what it means to be me. These are my apologies and regrets, all the things that I needed to get off of my chest. I know this won't be a cure for my broken heart, but hey, it's a start.